Hello, welcome back. Kodambakam Undiluted. The reason now is that yesterday the PECCOR, what do we call that? Film Exhibitors United Organization of Kerala, FEUOK, yeah, has decided that hereafter anybody going to theatres should not give comments about movies inside the theatre. They can give comments about the movie outside the theatre. They cannot give inside the theatre. So, because most of these YouTube fellows are taking reviews, comments, first day, first show comments inside the theatre, even during interval, and then they are putting it out immediately on YouTube. So that is affecting collections. Movies are bombing because of that. So, for one thing, these people are, they say they are exhibitors. So I think they are just, I don't know what is the reason. Okay, the theatre is owned by them, it is their private property, and they are selling tickets. So right of admission is reserved. So legally, they have the right to say. Yeah, right of admission is reserved. So they have the right to say that. So that is not a problem, but the point is that if anybody sees a movie on a first day for show, and by interval they say the movie is good, bad, and different divided opinion, or everybody says extend. I don't think whether people are all waiting outside with their mobiles, waiting to see this reaction on their from the audience inside, and then decide whether to come for the next show. I don't know, because when our time, when this mobiles and all were not there, this same first day first show was very important for the industry even then also, because when we used to go and see the first day first show, that is where we means the people who are movie crazy people. We used to go and see them, and then when we come out, there will be people waiting to buy tickets for the next show. So when we come out to go and take our vehicle, they will ask us how's the movie. We'll come out. We'll generally sometimes we'll say okay, right. One time watch. You say bullshit. So moment the crowd that comes out, we can gauge this thing that So but even if we are not in the first day for show, if we are going for a next matinee show, not in the 11 o'clock show, we are going for a 2 o'clock show, we see the reaction, then we know what we expect. But if there's overwhelmingly, there is a huge response, people coming out and cursing, everybody is in a very grumpy mood and cursing, then mostly we will decide that let's have a second thought on spending money on the ticket. And most of us will go off. But that is only a rarity. But if we are like those days when we used to see movies of some heroes, we like to see their movies on the first day. So we see it, whether it is good or bad, we see it, and then we sort of expect, when we see the reaction, we expect that okay, this is not that big a movie that is going to be expected, so we just are cautious about going about it. Other than that, I don't think it affects anything. So how can reviews affect the collection of the movie? I don't know. See, just take the case of a movie that is happening in Chennai, right? Like Vijay's movie and Ajit's movie, both were got mixed reviews. I would say that majority of the reviews are critical, and they opened 100% opening on the first day. Second day it fell down by 60%. So what do you do about it? It fell down by 50%, 60%, and then it didn't pick up. Because one Thursday it released, Friday was a working day, so most people went back to their jobs. And then after that, only the fans had to keep it going, and then by then it was. But still, you just see the box office figures. Not that they were disasters, they are, they are, according to the box office, they have collected around close to 700 crores box office figures. So that doesn't mean that it is, you can't just stop. And this is the most serious thing I have seen. Well, I don't understand. If you sit in a theater, you come out during the interval and then you are going to have your coffee and then somebody comes and, says, அண்ணா படம் எப்படி இருக்கு யூ சே பரவாயில்ல சரியில்லைப்பா ஃபஸ்ட் ஹாஃப் சரியில்லை செகண்ட் ஹாஃப் சரி பார்க்கலாம் யூ சே தட் that guy might be having a mobile camera with him. He just shoots it, then what do you do? So what is the remedy the theatre fellows are going to do? Are they going to arrest that guy for illegal activity inside the theatre? You can bring in any kind of rules. You can bring in, even smoking is not allowed inside the theatre, but that is enforced by the government. Theatres are told to enforce it. Consuming alcohol inside in a public place or smoking in public places are banned, that is why theatres you can't smoke and drink inside the theatre. It's not that you can bring any rules and then next you can't say that you have a dress code for coming to a theatre. Don't come in mundu, don't come in dhoti. You have to wear pants and shirt, and girls should not wear jeans. Then somebody who is, will say that you should wear saffron dhoti and come. Another fellow will say you have this thing, what is a white and white color shirt you must wear. Then only you can come. See, these are all idiotic things happening. What will happen if you are caught saying to somebody on the mobile camera that the movie is the first half is shit or it is good? What is the theatre fellow going to do? Throw you out of the theatre. That guy will go to the court and sue you, and you will have to your producer or distributor is not going to come and pay the theatre fellow the money that he is losing. That guy might even file a complaint because he is not trespassed inside your property. He has bought ticket and he has come in. You are given him the right of admission to come inside. There is no law that prevents anybody from inside the theatre from speaking. That way next you will say you can't hoot. Why don't you stop people from hooting, whistling, clapping? That is all affecting. It is a psychological pressure that you are giving to people who are coming to see a movie. You have 100 people sitting and hooting. You also feel that maybe the movie is bad. But sometimes if you are clever enough, you will understand that there is something behind this hooting. Or you will think that you are out of sync with the majority of the people who are hooting. Either of these things will happen. So what idiotic decisions, because movies are flopping like mad. And I don't think that all the most affected the industry is affected is because all movies are flopping. Small movies are running. They are running and they are doing well. For their budget they are doing well. Whereas all these big blockbuster movies are flopping. Whereas take Mammootty's movies, he is making it around 4 crores, 5 crores, his own production movie. They are collecting. They are not a total washout for amount. In fact, that earlier movies and all that, he is done extremely well. Under around 4 to 5 crores, he has collected around 10 to 15 crores in that movie. And all of them experimental movies are running. Today when I am talking to you, I hear that Christopher movie is not that good a movie. I don't know, the first reaction of that is that it is not that good a movie, and it might be another some pot boiler kind of movie which might not go down well. So this might be Mammootty's first flop or whatever. Anyway, that is to be seen, because too early to say that. But I heard that the response is not too good. So, whereas these earlier movies, experimental movies ran. All those movies ran and they all have a good response, and people had, even in the interval time, they said, so what do? You selectively tell them. idiotic thing in Tamil, they left, right, and center. They are going and saying around it. Nobody is there. Movies are which has to run will run, which don't run will not run. Many acclaimed movies have gone. Many heroine-centric movies of lady superstar and anti-superstar and all these things have all flopped despite getting good reviews. So that is not a big criteria. You cannot stop people from this thing. It's like saying you can't dissent. That too coming from people in the film industry who are supposed to be in the forefront fighting for freedom of expression. What nonsense are these people trying to do? Are they thinking that that too happening in Kerala, where the first voice of rebellion rises? If at all anything rebellion has to rise, it will rise in Kerala. They are the first to rise. We will not sit quietly and just shake our heads. They don't understand. These people are creating so much of problems for the industry. I think first the film chamber should first decide, or the government should first decide that they should bring a code of conduct for all the state bodies. They'll just not just sit and give some diktats and say they think that people should listen. Who are the reviews they are talking about? A common man with a mobile phone is today a reviewer. Just like I am talking to you, I can go and see a movie and just put out this thing. I need not be accredited to or linked to any media. I have my own individual. I can say about it and post it in my YouTube page or in my Facebook or anything, and it is up to you to see it, read it, and feel that it is right or wrong, or you will not even see. Sometimes you might not even get views. So, how do you stop all these things? The next thing I think they will say that for the first 3 days you should cut internet because it is anti-national. Giving reviews is international. Anti-national. Fellows will go to any limits, and that too happening in Kerala. It is so disgusting for we Keralites who are outside Kerala and working in other language industries. Just too much of an idiotic going on there. I don't know how they had the guts to go announce it publicly to the media that we have decided this. It's okay, you want to say that you want to release your movie 42 days later after it comes to the theatre. It is okay, maybe the theatre guys are, movies are running and then suddenly within 20 days or 30 days it comes on OTT. So there are quite a lot of people are waiting. They just wait to see if it is really good and worth seeing it, they'll go and see it in the theatre. But if they feel that, okay, after a month we can see it on the OTT, they will wait. So that crowd might decide that 40 days is too long a time, so let us go and see it. So that it can help get people come to the theatres. At least at 5 to 10% people might come. That is their decision. That you don't know. There are people who are making movies only for OTT. But OTT again is now telling them that go to the theatres and first assist out with the people and then come, you'll decide what to pay for you. That is also happening. Anyway, that is a business decision. And even theatres can get affected, but to a certain extent, yeah, that is better. But this is all idiotic. I don't think any filmmaker is getting so saying that it is just. I think they are fooling people. They are fooling. They are trying to say that we are making very good movies, but it is a bunch of guys sitting and speaking on YouTube who are killing our movies. That is bullshit. They don't underestimate the Kerala public, IQ. They are not Dumbos. Anyway, so much for today. We'll catch up with you later further on this or on some other topic. Till then, goodbye.